some basic visualization what we have in the Tableau, how we can build the basic visualization, as well as we need to see some Tableau workspace. What exactly we have Tableau workspace, why we are going to call as Tableau workspace. This all these things we are going to see as today class. First we will see as a Tableau workspace. Tableau workspace is nothing but where in Tableau overall whatever we have in the source area plus visualization area overall that entire this whatever we have like this overall we are going to call as Tableau workspace. If I'm going to click on anything, we are going to get two tabs will be there. One should be data window tab, other one should be visualization area. This overall we are going to call as Tableau workspace. Tableau workspace consists of data window and visualization. Okay, this is what I do. Here, the Tableau workspace has separated as two parts. Okay, two parts. One is data window and second one should be visualization area. These are the two things what we have. Starting with something data window. Here, data window consists of the source. Wherever we have some data will be there, database or Excel data, each and every source of the data we are going to get in data window. Source for generating reports we are going to get in. Data window. As well as here we have something known as it has been separated with four tabs, which is known as first one should be dimensions, second one should be measures, third one should be sets, fourth one should be parameters. So these are the four tabs what we have in the in data window level. Till end of the course also we have only these four tabs what we have: dimensions, measures, sets, parameters, and we are going to create n number of things like group, calculated field, hierarchies, all these things that will save under dimension tab or any of the measure tab only. It doesn't have its own tabs which is known as like dimension tab, measure tab, or sets tab, or parameters tab. And with this, they have at starting itself they have the data source will be there. Data source, in this data source we have all the four will be there. In this data source we have all the four, as well as we have something analytics pane will be there. Pane will be there in data window. It is what exactly we have in the data window. I feel we know what exactly dimensions measures. We don't know about the sets and parameter. We have a concept of sets and parameter. There we are going to discuss what exactly set, what exactly parameter, how we are going to make use, what is the use of sets in Tableau. That all these things we will get to know. As well as we have one more thing known as visualization area. Once again, visualization area It's nothing but where you are generating some reports. That area we're going to call as visualization area, where you are performing some reports. Visualization area, where you are generating reports. We will call as visualization area. Here, basically, we have two things will be there mainly. First one should be shelves. Second one should be marks card. These are the two important things what we have in the visualization area. Marks card. Shelves has divided at four types of shelves: row shelf and column shelf and pages shelf and something known as filter shelf. These are the four shelves what we have, and we have a concept of pages and we have a concept of filters. We are going to discuss that. And row and column is nothing but if you are going to place dimensions in the rows, we are going to get some horizontal visualization. If I am going to place some dimensions into columns, we are going to get some vertical visualization. That is what exactly here shelf sheet is going to tell. And we have marks card. In marks card, we have some legends legends like color, comma, size, comma, label. These three we are going to call as legends, as well as marks card has been separated at six parts, which are known as the detail, tooltip, comma, shapes. These are the six different folders what we have. We are going to make use of each and everything. Like color wise, we are going to use color, size, label, detail, and tooltip. This is two exactly. This is the data window where we are going to take a source, and this is the visualization area where we are going to build some report. These two areas should be important to work with Tableau. This overall we are going to call as visualization area. Likewise, we have n number of options in the tool. Here, I am going to show you. Suppose here itself it has been separated at dimensions and it has been separated as measures. And we have sets and we have parameters. We have in a data window level, we have only these four items only we are going to get at any time, at any point of time, till end of the course also, we are going to get these four tabs, which is known as dimension tab, measures tab, sets tab, and parameters tab. And we have one more thing known as analytics. Here data will be there, the data source. Analytics is nothing but if you need to predict the future analysis, we are going to make use of analytics pen. Here we have a number of things. We have that concept. We are going to see what exactly in the upcoming classes about analytics. And whatever we have discussed about some visualization area, this visualization area, what they have discussed means this visualization area consists of shelves. This should be one shelf, this should be one shelf, and this should be one shelf, and this should be one shelf. There should be four types of shelves what we have. If I'm going to drag any dimension into row, then I'm going to get the visualization in the form of row. If I'm going to drag any segment into column, I'm going to get visualization in the form of vertical. In this format, I am going to get the visualization. And I'm going to make use of this all these things. These three we are going to call as legend. Color, size, label we are going to call as legends. And we have all the six type of things will be there. Here we have five: color, size, text, detail, tooltip. If I'm going to if I'm going to click on this as a shapes, we are going to get one more thing known as shapes folder. These are the six what we have: color, size, label, detail, tooltip, and shapes. These are the six what we have in the marks card. These are the four shelves what we are discussing before, like row, column, and pages and filters. We have a concept of pages and filters we are going to get in the upcoming classes, as well as we have n number of options they have given in overall tool. Here itself, this tab is going to call as, this should be worksheet, this is known as dashboard, this is known as storyboard. If you're going here, it consists of, bottom bar consists of, bottom bar consists of something known as sheet, comma, dashboard, comma, storyboard. These are the three things what we have: how we can create the storyboard, how we can create the dashboard, how we can create the sheets by the help of this bottom bar. If you are going to click on that, you are going to get new sheet. Here, if I'm click, I'm going to get next sheet. If I'm going to click, then I'm going to get next sheet. If I'm clicking, this is I'm going to get dashboard. If I'm clicking here, I'm going to getting something known as storyboard. This is how we are going to build. Once again, if you are coming here, if I need to, this is one way how to create the sheets, dashboards, and storyboard. You have another way. If you're going like here, if I click on this, you have one more option: new worksheet, new dashboard, and new storyboard. In this level also, you can create the sheets, dashboards, and storyboards we can create in this level also. As well as we have one more option, like this should be sheet level, new worksheet. If you are going for dashboard, it should be new dashboard. If you are going for story, it should be new storyboard. Likewise, you can create new things also. Depends on our flexibility. We can create the worksheet, dashboard, storyboard on three types. Like in bottom bar, in tab bar, and we have in middle, we are going to create all these things. These three things we can create, how we can create these sheets. After completion of this, we have something, one button known as this button. This button is known as home button. If I'm going to click on that button, I can go directly to home as a here. Whatever starting page will be the home, it is going to likewise. And if I once again, if I'm going to click here, I can navigate to what wherever we are will be there. There it can turn me there. And this button we have something known as a reader, undo, back button. This we are going to call as undo button, and this button we are going to call as redo button, and this option we are going to call as save option. Like if I need to save the work, this is connecting with data. We can connect with data from n number of ways. If I'm going to click on this data, I can connect with data, I can see. If I click on this, I can connect with data. There should be, we have n number of ways connecting with data. If I'm going to click here, I can connect with this source. Otherwise, if I'm going for data, new data source, I can connect with the source. And if I'm going for home page, I can connect with the source. This many levels we have to connect with data. And this is nothing but what we have seen, how to make some duplicate worksheets. No, not duplicate sheets. It is how to create the worksheet, storyboard, and dashboard. As well as here,
Anil,
yes.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. I have a question here. So, what is the difference between a dashboard and a storyboard?
Yes, sir.
Got
No
it. Now I
problem.
understand the difference.
Yes. Then we're going to see something about here what we have seen. This all these things. In these options itself, we have a number of things will be there. Starting from here, it should be duplicate sheet. If I need to do some duplicate here, I have generated some dashboard will be there. If I need to make same dashboard duplicate, I am going to click on this sheet. I am going to get some duplicate sheet. Then I can see this whole listing how we can make the duplicate sheets. This is nothing but clearing the sheet. If I need to clear the sheet, if I'm going to click on this, automatically it is going to clear the sheet. Sorry. Here as well as after clearing, if you are going for this undo, you will get back once again what the visualization should be there. If you're going redo, you're going once again that should be there. And this should be once if you're connected with something like live or extract connection, there should be automatic schedules will be there. To stop automatic schedules, you are going to make use of auto update dashboard, auto update quick filters. These two are the concepts what we have in the next classes. If you are going to teach also, you are not going to understand right now. Here as well as we have something known as refresh button. This is nothing but swipe. Swipe is nothing but whatever we have. Suppose here I have subcategory. I have something known as sales category and sales. I have likewise visualization, but I need to convert these rows into columns and columns into rows. If I'm going to click on this button, automatically it is going to convert rows into columns and columns into rows. If once again if I am clicking, it is going to convert. That is how it is going to useful. And this should be we know like it should be ascending order and it should be descending order. This is the symbol of group. We will get to know what exactly group and these values. Whatever values you want, automatically it is going to show the values. If I am going to click on ABC, it is going to show the values. And here, whatever we have used like column shelf, this row shelf, pages, filters, if I'm going to remove from here, it is going to eliminate 111 from there. This is how what we have here. This should be about the screen. It should be normal or fit width, fit height or entire view. It is going to show. And this pin you are going to get in maps concept what is the use of pin, and it should be whatever we are using all fields in this dates and times and category will be there. Automatically it is going to show you the all these things. This should be like a window, how it is going to be. For that purpose you are going to get that window level should be there. For presentation mode we are going to call as that. As well as here whatever we have highlighted something, this should be fixed axis, we are going to call as pin. Normally size I am going to give here. Here we have some cards will be there. Now this all the cards it is going to show from this level, and here values we are going to get. This all these things will be there, and as well as here file. If you need to save the data and if you need to print to PDF each and everything you are going to get from this level. This all the tabs we have, each and every tab we have the concept where you will get to know what exactly each and everything. First as a part we need to know these two things, how we can make use of columns and rows first, and how we will make use of marks card. If you know this, that's enough like a what exactly about Tableau workspace. Then Tableau workspace will be there. Here if I'm going to drag something subcategory into columns or cells into rows, I got the visualization should be in vertical format. If I'm going to swipe, I'm going to get in the horizontal format. If if I need to color code the visualization, I will color drag subcategory in drop it into color. Here for each and every dimension we are going to get one color. We have one dimension inside that we have n number of fields will be there. Likewise for each and every field it is going to give different color, because we know dimensions are independent. One dimension is not dependent with other dimensions. That's the reason we are getting for each and every dimension one separate color. Suppose if I are going to drag any of the sale value, it is going to give with same color. Wherever you have less sales, it is going to give light and likewise. And if I need to build some size, drag subcategory into size, it is going to give the size of each and everything. As well as if I need label, if I'm going to drag subcategory into label, we are going to get once again these accessories, all these things here. If I'm going to leave accessories, applicants, always we are going to keep here. But nowhere will not keep dimensions in the label. Just we are going to keep sales values in the label. You can keep sales value in label, otherwise you can click on ABC. Both should be, you are going to get the values from that side. And this is how we are going to make use. And tooltip is nothing but where you are placing cursor. That is known as tooltip. You are getting subcategory should be phones and sales should be 3,000, 3,30,000 and 7. That should be some dollars will be. If I'm going to click on tooltip, you can edit the tooltip. You can change something from here. Okay. Then if you place the cursor, automatically it has been reflected. Subcategory should be missions and sales should be there. We have changed this some other color, maroon color. Likewise, how we are going to make use of tooltip. The detail is nothing but to get entire detailed information of the data source. Suppose if you are if you are using city by sales, you are getting some unknown values. On the time, Tableau is not finding where exactly that cities are located. For that purpose, they are going to make use of state. At the next higher level, they will drag state into detail and it will find or it will not find. Then once again, they are going to drag country. Then automatically Tableau will find that under this country we have this all these states, under these states we have all these cities, and it will eliminate the unknown values, and we have a concept for detail. You will get to know this also. This is how you are going to build some basic visualization in Tableau workspace. And where you how we are going to build some basic visualization in Tableau workspace. In Tableau workspace. This is thing what we have basically. And basic visualization is nothing but making use of marks card, making use of marks card, comma, row and column shelf, as well as worksheet tab. Worksheet tab. You need to make use of all these three things, then it is going to make it a basic visualization. You can understand how we can build the visualization. If I'm going here, if I'm opening one more sheet here, if I'm going to drag something known as from this level, if I'm going to drag manufacturer, and we have 170 for manufacturer will be there. If I'm going to drag as a sales, we will get some sales value for each and every manufacturer. If you want in descending or ascending order, you are going to get in order. Here, likewise, we are going to get in some order. Here we have too many will be there. If you are going to, if you need to eliminate this all these things, we can eliminate. Okay, copy all these things. It depends. Some situation demands, but we have an option to check. Just whatever you have selected fields will be there. Then you have in tooltip itself. If you are going to keep only or exclude, you can delete or you can keep only. This thing should be automatically you are going to get. And for now we are going to see something how we can do some better visualization in the basic visualization level subcategory, and we have some sales will be there. In this level, whatever I have told before, by copying this we are going to get something. To eliminate something, you can copy some value automatically. If I'm going to click on this, you have option will be there, keep only or exclude. If I am going to exclude, it is going to exclude that all the five, and remaining only we are going to get. Likewise, it is going to get in this level. Here, whatever we need to make use, we have make use of columns and rows. What we have done, we have excluded that 5. Automatically, it has been come into filter shelf. Once if you are going to open this, you are going to get only selected field should be only this 12, and remaining 5 should be unselected. Go here. Whatever we have excluded that 5. Paper, phone, storage, supplies, and tables, it has been excluded. And we have a concept of filter, then you will get to know how it has been filtered. Here we have overall 17 should be there. Here You need to make use of each and everything. You need to make use. We feel you have seen that visualization, all these things, how you can make use. Here we are going to get some sale value, and depends on that sale value, you need some size. It is going to get, and you need some label. You are going to get something. Tooltip should be there. In this tooltip, we need to get some output should be in the form of some green color itself. Then okay, if I'm going to place cursor, it is going to show in green color. This is how we should be there. But my requirement should be, I need to add a title for this visualization. I need to add a title with the name of subcategory wise cells. I need to add some caption for this. I need to give some summary for the entire worksheet. For that purpose, what we are going to do, go for worksheet level, create new work, not new worksheet. If you are going to create new worksheet means it is going to make use of new, and we are going to do here itself we have something known as show title, and if here itself we have something known as show caption. You don't need to provide caption. Automatically Tableau is going to generate its own caption for this sheet, and create worksheet, go for worksheet and click on show summary. Automatically it is going to give the summary, and its caption is telling that sum of sales for each subcategory, color shows sum of sales, size shows sum of sales. The marks are labeled by sum of sales. Whatever we have used each and everything, it is going to describing here. Here this should be overall summary of the visualization. It should be sum should be around 22 lakhs 97,000 or something. Likewise, we have all the values will be there. Here, if I need to give the title, double click on that sheet, okay, whatever we have removed, and give subcategory wise, subcategory wise sales, subcategory wise sales. This is how we can give, and copy this all the screen and give some other color, which color you like, okay, then apply. And not only which color you like, which color client is going to prefer. Okay, likewise you are going to give all these things. Here itself we have all these things. Here itself I have the title, I have the summary, I have the caption. Likewise, you are going to build n number of sheets how in a basic visualization by making use of one dimension and one measure. Here we have one thing will be there. If I need to get same sheet as a duplicate, I can go from here. I can click on this. I have another sheet should be duplicate. 10 also I have same, and at 11 also I have the same. As well as it should be swipe, it it should be ascending, and it should be in descending order what we have, and it should be labels what we have the values where we are going to get each and everything. Is here we have missed whenever we are discussing Tableau workspace, we have missed one concept known as show me. Here we have something known as show me. Here we have overall 24 types of charts will be there. Depends on the dimensions and depends on the measures. We are going to build one chart. What exactly we need to build, how to build all these things. By the help of this, we are going to use. Here, if I'm going to click here on this, we have visualization. Automatically, it's going to convert as text table. This chart we are going to call as text table, and this chart we are going to call as heat map. This chart we are going to call as highlight table. This chart we are going to call as maps. It should be symbol map, it should be filled map, it should be pie chart, and it should be bar chart, it should be side by side stacked bar chart, and it should be side by side, and it should be tree map. Likewise, depends on our values, automatically it is going, we can convert as any of the chart. Depends on the requirement, we are going to make sure these all these things what we have. And after this, suppose here we have seen with only one field which is known as subcategory. Suppose if I am going to take some of the geographical fields, if I am going to make use of geographical field, drag and drop means we are going to get likewise only state names only we are going to get. If I am going to click on geographical field, double click, automatically here double click, here it should be go for map, okay, and change this map into something. Go for map, change background maps into Tableau, okay, then click on states. Automatically you are going to get some map. And if you are going to drag some profit into label. You can drag the profit and it is going to give the map will be there. If you need to color code with profit, you can color code with the profit. This is known as filled map, whatever we have seen before, like symbol map. Circles, it is known as symbol map. Okay. This we are going to call as filled map. We have the maps. On the time we will get to know what exactly symbol and filled map will be there. Just I am showing how to build the map by double clicking on the any geographical field. Wherever you have this globe symbol will be there. That fields are known as geographical fields, which consist of latitude and longitude. So you can build likewise graphs. You can build this and you can build the normal visualizations what we have seen. These two things only we can build from this level. And here you need to understand two things should be important. Whenever you are dragging dimensions and measures, which chart is the default chart? If I'm going to make use of order date, what is the default chart of order date? What is the default chart? Client is going to, not client, interviewer is going to ask, what is the default chart of order date? Can anyone guys?
Is it column based chart?
No, I'm not asking column, not like it should be like bar chart or line chart or some other thing I'm expecting.
Yeah, bar chart.
Basically, it's order date only. Okay, right. Whenever we are using that question should be compulsory. What is the default chart of other date and what is the default chart of other fields? Other fields automatically it is going to come as bar chart. Order date fields, all the date fields it is going to come with line chart. We need to understand that thing. Like how we are going to build the charts in the visualization by the help of these dimensions and these measures. We have a concept size parameter. We will go on the time. And in this show me, we have n number of things. Depends on each and every chart. We are going to build some chart for as per our requirement. Which one is looks good? We are going to build the charts will be there here. Whatever we have automatically default should be bar chart. If I'm going to click here bubble chart, automatically it looks something better than that. I can show in this only. If I'm going to drag some sales value inside this, I am going to show the sales value of each and everything. Then like how we are going to get each and everything in the visualization. Depends on the requirement. You are going to select one chart and you are going to build one chart. But building the chart should be easy, but you need to understand the requirement, what exactly client is asking, what he want actually. We need to understand first. Once we have understand, then we can easily build the visualization, because here we are not getting any errors. Whatever you are dragging, whatever you are dropping, automatically we are getting some visualizations. We don't have any errors. It's showing here like once we have done some wrong, it's wrong. For that purpose, we need to have some good analyzing skill. This is how we are going to make use of Tableau workspace, how we are building the overall visualization by using marks card and row column shelves and all these things. And I need to save this data in a form of PDF. Here if I'm going for file, here you have something known as print to PDF. Click on this and click on OK, and desktop it shall give, and I'm going to give book one save. Then if you're going for here, automatically it is going to show this PDF. Whatever we have, I'm going to cancel this first. Then again open it this level, our desktop level. I'm going to open this PDF file. Here itself we having that file. Whatever we have, that page will be there. Automatically it is going to cover with. Here we have not given the caption. Yes, automatically it is going to cover with comes with caption. Whenever we are going to make use of something print to PDF, it need to describe about that sheet. That's the reason they are going to give it caption. Subcategory and sum of sales. Color shows details about subcategory. Size shows sum of sales. The marks are labeled by subcategory and sum of sales. That is what exactly it is giving each and every thing. And if you are going for Tableau, likewise you have each and everything will be there, how you are going to make use of all the options to build some good and interactive visualizations or interactive worksheets, interactive dashboards, and interactive show reports. This is how we are going to make use. Once if it is clear with you guys, any doubts still here, guys? Concept known as multiple dimensions and multiple measures. Here we have a concept known as first concept should be multiple dimensions. We have seen now basic visualization. Now we are going to see something known as multiple dimensions concept. Multiple dimensions is nothing but if you are using more than one dimension which comes under multiple dimension. If you are using more than one dimensions, we will call as multiple dimensions. Multiple dimensions. Here, multiple dimension has split it as two types. Okay, one should be nested dimension, and second one should be small multiples. This is what exactly we have to. And first we are going to discuss about what is nested dimension. Then we will see what exactly about small multiples and how this is going to come. Here first we have seen nested dimension. Nested dimension is nothing but if you place one dimension inside the other dimension, such type of things we are going to call as nested dimension. If you place one dimension within the other dimension, we consider as nested dimension. Here I have the visualization should be here likewise. If I am going to drag, category will be there, and within the other dimension means I am going to drag subcategory should be inside of the category. And then I am going to make use of some cells. This is known as nested dimension. Like if you are going to place one dimension inside the other dimension, that type of dimension we are going to call as nested dimension. I can take n number of dimension, but it should be in a column or it should be in a row. It's not like it need to be in a column only. It need to be in a column or it need to be in a row. But we need to place, it should be in a format like category or subcategory, not likewise. It should be one dimension inside the other dimensions. We are going to place in a row or column. Such type of visualization we are going to call as nested dimension. If you are placing one, if you are placing one dimension within the other dimension, we consider as a nested dimension. And we have something known as, here we can keep n number of dimensions, not like two. You can place we can place n number of dimensions in a row or column. It should be in any one only. It's not in the both. You can either in row nor in a row, either in column. Only we can place, but we need to place one dimension inside the other dimension, one dimension inside the other dimension. We need to place all the dimensions should be likewise. Then such type of dimension we are going to call as nested dimension. And small multiples is nothing but it's also something related to that. But if you are placing one dimension with any of the measure value, if you are placing one dimension with any of the measure value, with any of the measure value, the visualization is going to split as small parts or multiple parts. Visualization is separate as small parts or multiple parts. This type of visualization we are going to call as small multiples. That means here I have, for example, I have something known as, here also we can make some example, then it should be fine. Here we have some example will be there. I have rows. In these rows, I have something known as segment and I have something category. I'm going to place one dimension and we have some other thing known as columns. Yes. In these columns, we have something sales value will be there. Then we are going to build some chart should be there. Then I can build some chart should be likewise whatever we have some visualization chart we are going to build some chart should be there. Apart to this, here we are placing one dimension inside the other dimension we are going to call as nested dimension. That means you are going to, it is visualization is not going to split as n number of parts. It should be in a single part where you have, but when compared to small multiples, if you are going to place one dimension with any of the measure, you are going to get a small multiples. Here, if I am going to copy this all these things, for example, I am going to copy this, I am going to paste in here, Control V. Here itself what exactly it's telling. Here in this I have rows, segments and category. In column I have the sales. If I am going to place one more dimension here, region. Automatically this visualization is going to split as n number of parts and it is going to separate small parts. That type of dimension we are going to call as small multiples. Here is here we have something like should be likewise. If I am going to show practically here what we have, I'm going to delete this. If I'm going to open, something should be here. By seeing this also you can analyze. This shift mode, if I'm going to place here means that is going to separate the visualization is one part, two part, three part, four part. Some small parts. It is going to separate the visualization. If same shift mode should be there means it should be in a single part what we have. And if you are going to make use of something known as shift mode, if you are going to place with any of the measure, it is going to split the visualization into small parts and that type of thing we are going to call as small multiples. If you are going to place any of the dimension after the measure value also, dimension will comes first. That thing just remember that anytime, whenever you are going to place something, if you place, okay, if we place anything here, if I'm going to place dimension after the measure value also, if I place the dimension after the measure value or inside the measure dimension, inside the measure value, always, always dimension will comes as first. Dimension will comes as first. This question we have a chance to ask. If I'm going to place dimension, we have a measure. I'm going to take the dimension after the measure. What is going to be happen? On the time automatically dimension is going to come into first and measure should be second. And if whatever we have seen here, we have some shift mode. It should be in above. If I'm going to take that shift mode after the sum of sales also, shift mode will come as first. This is how we are going to build some multiple dimension. We have two types of multiple dimensions. One is known as nested dimension, other one is known as small multiples. Nested dimension is nothing but if you are going to place one dimension within the other dimension, such type of dimensions we are going to call as nested dimensions. Small multiples is nothing but if you are going to place any of the dimension with one measure, you are going to call as small multiple. Yes, guys?